a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right, it's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what is up? Oh my God, I can't even go to sleep. Okay, I can't even go to sleep, y'all. I wake up, first thing I see Jamie on live. I get on Jamie live. What we talking about, Jamie? Jamie on there talking about Ariane getting on live, having a mental breakdown. And I was just like, girl, again, girl. So, listen, if y'all want me to give commentary on that foolishness, I will. Not right now, because I haven't watched the whole thing. I just watched that portion where that one lady, Gigi, came on and calmly destroyed her while trying to build her up at the same time. Girl, very, very entertaining to watch. And I know there's like a whole nother portion to it. So I definitely want to maybe go back and see if I can do some commentary if y'all want me to. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to get this Married to Medicine graphic because I did not have one. I thought I had something saved with them that was newer. But I can't find it. So I'm going to just use this for the moment. I know there's a new one. I just don't know what I did with it because I could have sworn that I saved it. But, child. What's happening? It's not. Hold up, y'all. It's giving me an issue. But anyway, how's everybody doing today? Like, are y'all doing good? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm just mellowed out right now because I'm not on camera. Once I come on camera, well, my voice will go back up an octave. Okay. Let me see. Let me read these comments. Okay. Can't wait to see your live. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for showing up early. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Lisa. Thank you for coming through and moderating. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Ricardo, Chanel, Andrea, Keisha, Raphael. Hey, Jaon, Nicole Johnson, Cleopatra. Hey, what's going on, people? Tell, what's going on, Jessica? Hey, Kristen, I'm so glad you're doing better. Antoinette, what's going on? One Love, Shara, Danielle, Miss Divine Mo, Danielle, Mina, Rock D, Kia, Brittany Young, Queso Rare. What's going on, everybody? Miss Divine Child, Victoria, please, just in time, everybody. This financial aid at the HBC, you've been stressing me out. Oh, girl, things I do not miss. Yeah, I know. I saw a 4-hour meltdown. Hey, everybody. I'm glad that y'all are here. I'm letting other people come into the room. Hey, girl. Hey. What's going on, girl? Yeah. So we're gonna get into Real Housewives of Dubai, just as like, a buffer. Let's get into it. And then we're going to get into Married to Medicine. Let me pull in that graphic. And then after Married to Medicine, we're going to get into Real Housewives of Atlanta. And girl, listen, I have opinions. Okay. Definitely have opinions on both of those shows. Married to Medicine, girl. Like, we got to talk about it. Married to Medicine, girl. I can't believe I'm on Heavenly side. I mean, I can, but I can't. I can't. Okay, so, oh my God. Hi, everybody. So glad to see y'all. I miss y'all. Okay, we did a live last night. In case you missed it, we did Weekends on last night, and we talked about Love and Marriage DC, and we went through Martell's interview with the Kim Ministry. Okay, it's foamy. Let's get into Real Housewives of Dubai, and then we'll progress. Okay. Hey, Devin, how are you, love? How's your mouth doing? Okay. How's that going? Why y'all be posting stuff like like I love y'all, but like I'm scrolling and all of this Devin's mouth is fuck. I'm like, oh my God, like, and then like real close to the camera and shit. Devin, like, I hope you're okay, but like, I'm glad I wasn't eating when I was scrolling through. Shit. Anyway, I love you though. So yes, y'all, Real Housewives of Dubai. Brooks meets with her cousin Sean, who also moved to Dubai. Okay, slow-mo walk of Phaedra with her loose booty walking in. You walking in. Okay, still wired shut for the next 4 weeks, but I'm all right. Good to hear. I see you over there, blending your food up and shit. I'm gonna pray for you. That's a lot, friend. Okay, so yes. Okay, Phaedra walks in. Here she come with her church girl cougar energy. I don't know how you be a church girl and a cougar at the same time. Because I'm a church woman. Like, it's just, yeah, I can't deal with people like Phaedra. Like, in real life, I can't deal with people like Phaedra. I cannot deal with you freak on Saturday, church on Sunday people. Like, it needs more balance. It needs more balance, in my opinion. Okay. But anyway, they talk about how they love the black folks out there in Dubai. I said, oh, they love the black folks out there in Dubai. Is that what they told y'all? Is that what they told y'all? Is that what they said? That they love the black folks in Dubai? Okay. She to me, it seemed like the folks in Dubai love money, and they know black people love to come and spend some money. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all live on that. She offers to introduce Phaedra to her ex-husband. She was like, he just cheats, but it's expensive to cheat. Okay, so if you're gonna cheat, it's gonna cost you some pretty money out here. And I was just like, I mean, if you done with him, I mean, honestly, I appreciate women that don't have like that energy about their exes. Like, especially because they be rich men. It'd be like, gazillionaires and shit. There are only so many of them in a group. So at the end of the day, if you got to pass the nigga on to your other friends so she can get that same, hookup, then, hey girl, you should call him. If you ain't worrying about that, he's real good, girl. Listen, some of these women don't care. And I don't begrudge them, especially after caring and getting people like Apollo and all of that in your life. Okay. Child, you forget what Apollo put Phaedra through, huh? I still don't like her, but you forget. So Lisa talks to her husband about Stansbury, and he tells her not to engage with the 50-year-old influencer, which I thought was hilarious. Lisa says, fighting in public and arguing things of this nature are illegal in Dubai, but she wants her to recognize, like, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, right. You're going to have to gather her because she likes to play with people. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't like Caroline Stansberry. I also don't give a fuck about your backstory. Like, thank you for the piece to the puzzle, but you're an adult and you treat people really, you treat Sergio terribly. Like, to watch the way you handle that man, it's like, I really wish you would go to therapy and deal with your aggression, because you're really angry and you're acting like you're not angry, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. I don't like Stansberry. So I want Lisa to gather her as calmly and quietly as possible as to not disrupt the people around them. Okay? Stansberry spends time with Ayan. Ayan came over to her house. So Ayan's like talking and chilling with she and Sergio. And we find out that Caroline went to boarding school when she was 6 years old, which is why she's not emotional at all. And she said that she talked about this with her therapist. But this is like one of those times where I have to understand what's the difference between going to therapy and then actually healing from the situation. Because, child, I'm in therapy right now trying to heal from shit. And I just kind of feel like Stansberry has the understanding and then still goes about in the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Like the same I don't give a fuck energy, which I guess, you know, at some point serves you, but she's just terrible to deal with as far as I'm concerned. I really feel like Sergio must have some affection for her in some respect, but I have to think that it's mostly him having a comfortable lifestyle because she talks to him bad. I felt bad for Stansberry. Her parents just abandoned her. Yeah, in a rich ass boarding school. Like, I get it. It is abandonment. You know, I'm reading this book right now called Polysecure, and it's about like the different attachment styles people have with their parents. And when somebody completely detaches from their child at such a young age, it does irreparable damage, I guess. So, you know, I guess Caroline can't really help herself, but geez, can we do a little bit better, honey? God. But yeah, Sergio tells her that they're having a baby or two. I want Sergio to stop being so like childlike when it comes to this. Like, does he have a lack of understanding that this lady probably can't have no damn children physically? Like, what, you know, like, what are you not understanding about that? Her age is limiting. Do you not get that? Like, I'm so confused about what's happening when it comes to that. It's like he's living in La La Land and she's allowing him to. But then Stansberry says that she'll, you know, have the baby and give him the baby to raise as if she'll have nothing to do with it. And he's fine with that. But I'm like, you really shouldn't want her to have a baby if she doesn't want a baby. She's going to make that baby feel like shit because she doesn't want it, especially because she doesn't have any real like emotional capacity. I can't imagine what her own kids, you know, probably have gone through in their childhood dealing with somebody that doesn't have any real feelings or emotions like that. Like, it's, you know, or I mean, not even that she doesn't have feelings or emotions, but she just acts out badly. Like, she just does. Like, the way she handles situations with her jealousy, the way she talks to people, the attitude of, no, I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that, and I don't care. Like, it's just very childish, and I don't understand how you can have relationships with anybody when you handle everyone in that matter. You know what I'm saying? In that manner. Therapy is useless if you do not actually apply all of the tools that you are given. Apparently, she is not applying the tools, girl. The tools are not being applied. They're not being used. And she's just bringing it out to try to make people feel bad for her, if you ask me. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to feel bad anyway because that's fucked up. Which is, I mean, honestly, I feel like she was probably triggered with Sergio wanting so badly for her to spend time with his parents because she doesn't want to spend time with her parents because she's angry with them for, you know, basically not raising her. She says she talks to them 2, maybe 3 times a year. They're not family to her. She doesn't have that relationship with any of her family like that. Her friends are the people who she has that relationship with. So for him, I guess, to be trying to force her at their not just at the wedding, but also at the party before, or the engagement dinner, child, whatever. Sergio wants them to sit with the parents both times. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. And she acted a fool about it. But honestly, I understand when you think about the upbringing, when you think about the disconnect, the cognitive dissonance, the resentment, like that was triggering for her, for them to be trying to fit Sergio's understanding of parental figures onto her. But at the same time, I feel like she needs to learn how to express herself in a way that doesn't demean and diminish him, because that's what she does. Whenever she feels a way, she goes at Sergio low blows towards him. And he just kind of takes it. And I feel like eventually she's going to push him away. If he, really genuinely loves her, the way I honestly feel like he probably does, there is something about Sergio that makes me feel like he wouldn't be there if he didn't really love her. Even though she takes care of him, he could have found somebody nicer to take care of him. Like, everybody's looking for a Sergio in her age group. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he could have found him a more attractive woman at the end of the day, slightly. I mean, a young woman would want to have Sergio. Sergio's nice looking. You know what I'm saying? Sergio came from money. I think he has his own from being a soccer player. Okay, well, that makes sense, because that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like he's there just for the money. But she's gonna push him away eventually. She is, because you can tell, like, all them little digs and shit, that shit gonna get tired. Okay. And because he's young, eventually he's gonna get to a point where he's not gonna want to keep dealing with that. What else happened? Oh yeah, so Sergio and Stansberry tried to make Lisa the bad guy in that argument they had at that party last episode, where Caroline basically she asked Lisa if she wanted to suck Sergio's peen, because they were like having a conversation. I honestly feel like she didn't like how good they all looked together, because everybody was beautiful. Lisa, Ayan, Sergio, all sitting there, bronze tans, beautiful of color skin tone. And she's sitting over there. She's sitting over there, and she felt away. And she decided to, go at all of them. Honestly, she got mad at him, was like, you can go home with her, let her suck your dick, like all of that, like all because he wasn't acting nasty with those women. It wasn't even that he wasn't acting nasty with them. It's that in that moment, sitting there looking as beautiful as they did, I think you felt insecure. Yeah, she felt insecure, and she felt pale. Yes. I'm not a fan of the stands. Okay. Some other YouTuber thinks Sergio is using Caroline to be DL to make his family happy. That's why he pushing the baby thing. She do treat him terribly. That may be, because he absolutely gives gay boy vibes. He does. And that's I hope that doesn't, like, I want people to stop doing that. Like, usually when people say that gay boy vibes, especially about men like Sergio, is because they're beautiful and well manicured. And not in a like Brad Pitt way. You know what I'm saying? Brad Pitt is pretty and manicured, but then sometimes it's rugged and has a beard and long hair and looks like he has dirty fingernails. You know what I'm saying? Sergio looks like he's getting manicured every day. You know what I'm saying? Sergio looks like he's getting cut and shaved and shit to look just slightly below gay. Just slightly before gay. Okay? And that's where we don't outline the facial hair. Okay, you just kind of you clean it up. Okay, like I'm just saying, y'all, it's an observation. It's an observation. I could be wrong. It's an observation. Moving along. Ayan insists that Lisa and Stansberry have a conversation, because y'all know no matter what, Ayan is gonna go up for Lisa. No, because she's an amazing person and she really cares about you. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, right, Ayan. I love the way Ayan and Lisa go up for each other. It's everything to me. Anyway, so Sarah, y'all, can I tell y'all the truth that I got a close-up of Sarah this episode? And I was just like, got it. Like, y'all, surgery's great. Surgery's great. Okay, it is. It's great. Like, right? Like, having, facial features that may be seen as, grotesque or otherwise unattractive in any culture, not just in Black people's culture, but in any culture. And then you can go and get you a cute little nose job, and now you're the pretty girl. But I got a close-up when they were in a car, and she didn't have any makeup on. And I could see it. I could see like the strangeness of what surgery does to the skin on the face, at least on her. Like you could see that it was more than just the nose. It was some chin shit too. Agreed. Sarah's lips looked scary when she was riding in the car when he, yes, exactly. Exactly. And it's because, you know, I think people look at shit behind makeup and filters and they think it looks really good. But then you turn around and you see that shit in, you know, in real life with no makeup on it, and it's giving, you know, as a response. Moving along. So, Sarah brings Nina to meet her parents. Her dad, I think it was just her dad and her sister. If I'm tripping, I felt like that lady who was with them was her sister and not her mom. But her dad was hella sexy. Sarah's dad was sexy to me. I'm not even gonna lie. He had his vest on and his hair and beard with the salt and pepper. You know what I'm saying? He's just a nice looking man. But yeah, so he was really cool. Her dad is sweet and modern. She had, you know, a choice in what parts of her culture she wanted to take and what parts of the culture she wanted to leave. But I feel like aren't most Hindu people kind of more relaxed like that? At least it seemed that way to me. That most Hindu people don't seem like their practice within itself is about creating balance and what that would be for a person, not for an entirety, but for a person. So it makes sense to me that she would have been raised to take what she found useful and leave what she didn't. And I appreciate that. I've actually who's Sarah? No, I thought they said that it was Hindu. I thought they said it was Hindu. I could be wrong. I thought they said it was Hindu. I could be tripping. I could be tripping. Maybe I had that wrong. I don't know. Either way, I still liked her dad. The energy was good. I could not remember. Well, maybe somebody, she said Hindu. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the mom, like maybe it was a mix or something. I have a few Muslim friends, and Sarah's life in golden in comparison to what their family allows. Okay. Okay. So maybe there's like, you know, a mix, but I did hear Hindu in there. It's Hindu. Okay, that's what I thought. But yes, so they look at old pictures, and Nina says her parents lost a lot of their pictures in the war. And y'all, that really kind of that clicked for me. I'm not gonna lie, like, ooh, that made me feel bad. Cause like I remember, like, y'all, I'm still mad at myself because I had my huge book of pictures of myself for like my whole life. And it was in my desk and in this section that was on the floor, and everything got ruined. And I only like took a few of those pictures. The Polaroids were the only ones that like lasted. All of the other recent pictures, like my prom pictures and all of that stuff, gone. And like when she said that shit, you know, rang true, like in my spirit, like how upsetting that is sometimes when you don't have those memories in photo anymore. And they're only in your mind. Like it's just sucks. But anyway, girl. Sarah says her parents were cousins, but they were really in love and got engaged when her mom was 14. And I was just like, yikes. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, DM Rocks. Caroline Brooks, Chanel, and Lisa and Sarah are my favorites. Yeah, everybody but Stansberry. Okay, everybody but Stansberry and Nina. Okay. So Sarah is Indian. They are more relaxed. Okay, okay. Yo, Hurricane Katrina took real memories. They did. They did. Okay, I don't know what they're doing out there. Okay, but I feel like I'm gonna go have to get my dog in a minute, whatever they're doing out there, because he hates those like loud noises that sound like firecrackers. Anyway, So Ayan and Lisa meet up at the mall, and it's like this huge mall. I love Ayan, y'all. Ayan takes her shoes off and is like skipping through the fucking mall like she's doing some type of mall ad or something. Like she looked like an ad running through the mall with all of her bags and her cute bob and shit. Like I was just like, I love Aeon. Oh my God. And then the fact that she's sweet. Like she's sweet, y'all. Like I thought she was gonna be way meaner than she is. She's so sweet. I look, I hate it. I hate it. I hate how much I like her. Like, like I thought I was gonna not like her because of the way they presented her on that first episode. But I guess when you catch people in the middle of some shit, you don't have context. You don't know how you're gonna feel. But I still feel like, I feel like my initial like assessment of her is true in some respect, but she is my favorite, and I think she's amazeballs. But I really need her to back up off her son. I know, and she thinks it's funny, but it's like her son said, it's really not. She needs to back off of him a little bit. I get it, I love it, but it's codependency. And honestly, I feel like that childhood shit that I was talking about with that first episode, that shit has something to do with how she acts out in that codependency on her kid. I just want her to back up off him a little bit. Okay. I think the dad probably creates the balance for him. But still, she be doing too much. Happy birthday, Kendra. So yes, y'all. Ayan and Lisa meet up at the mall. They discuss Stansberry asking, asking if Lisa wanted to suck Sergio. And Ayan says Stansberry can be an acquaintance, but they can't be friends like that. She kept saying what was she saying? A coincidence. She was like, it's not coincidence, it's acquaintance. That shit was so funny. You could eat off the floor in that mall. It's huge. Y'all, not only that, but like the restaurant, like the cute little cafe they were at in the mall with real cutlery at the table. I was just like, not with real cutlery at the table. Like, you just don't see malls like that in America anymore. Oh my God. Boy, do I understand about codependent parents. What a dynamic. Yeah, and so do I. And that's what I've been ooh, child. Like, that's why I don't know if y'all can tell, like, my energy is probably a little bit low because like I have been like pulling apart a lot of shit. It has definitely got me in a lower vibrational space, but not in a negative way, but just in a, I'm teetering below my normal buzz. Okay. But I'm good though, but it feels draining. It feels draining. But anyway, the girls go ice skiing inside this big ass mall with Caroline Brooks, Phaedra, Stansberry, and Lisa. Stansberry doesn't want to wear the skiing jackets provided to match everyone else's. Why would I do that? I have my own. I ski all the time. I have my own stuff. Why would I wear someone else's? Okay, Stansberry. I agree. Okay, you could have went along with it just to not been an asshole, but we know you don't have that in you, so I'm not gonna begrudge you. Why would I wear some secondhand shit when I got my own shit? I get that. Okay, fine. We get to the slopes. Not a bitch don't want to ski because it's so small, and I normally do the highest of the highest, and this is so small. Then, bitch, get on these small ones and teach these chicks how to do it. Why are you here? Why are you here? Somebody, I'm here to just talk and da da da. It don't feel like that. And then when it was time to take the picture, it was kind of like she didn't even, like, oh, let me just, I ain't like that. I ain't like that. It just felt disingenuous. It felt like, let me hang with the black girls to prove that I'm not racist. So, because that's what they're going to think. So let me hang with them to prove that that's not what I'm on. But it didn't feel like you really wanted to be there. And then the fact that you brought Sergio, it definitely meant you needed your security, your comfort blanket with you, which is Sergio. Okay, because Sergio, I believe, is starting to seem like he's a buffer between you and other people because you are socially awkward. You are rude as fuck, and you know it. And I think sometimes you feel bad about it. So Sergio being there is a person that can always glaze over and make shit pretty when you're in the room. Okay? Anyway, Brooke says if Stansberry had told her to suck her husband, she would have said and it would have been a lasting period. Okay, they get to the slopes. I told y'all she wasn't gonna do it. Phaedra says, "Oh, so you married your son?" Talking about Sergio. I said, "Child, that's one thing I do love about Phaedra. She don't give a fuck. She don't say it." Then they take pictures, and Caroline seems like she didn't want to take the picture. I told y'all that. Okay, hold up. Thank you, Kimberly, for the super chat. I don't have time to watch TV these days due to I don't watch much TV due to work, so I have no clue who these people are, but I am glad to finally catch one of your lives. I love your content. Thank you so much. Okay, so just so we're clear for people who don't know, the white lady in the middle is Caroline Stansberry. She's the one married to a younger man. She's an influencer. This is Caroline Brooks here next to her. She's friends with Phaedra. This is Sarah. This is the one that had a lot of surgery, comes from the Hindu family. We were talking about her. This is Ayan. Okay, she is a model. She's everybody's favorite. This is Lisa. She's her best friend. She owns a business, maternity clothes and stuff like that. She's really beautiful. Has 3 boys with, cute little white boy who has a lot of money. And then you have Nina over here, who is, quintessential Lebanese. This is her culture. You know what I'm saying? She is really the connector amongst all the girls. So it's annoying that Carolyn Stansberry is in the middle, because essentially Nina is the connector. But I guess because Nina doesn't have a lot of issues in her life like that, Stansberry has more issues than everybody else. So I guess that's why they're giving her this platform to be, in a sense, her. Okay, but yeah, just so everybody's clear on who everybody is in case y'all did not know. Okay, so getting to the last portion of this before we get into Married to Medicine. Okay, Ayan has her Asian theme birthday party for her son, which seemed like her birthday party too. And I believe that's what, was understood. Her friend gave her this beautiful red beaded with Swarovski crystal dress. It was gorgeous. She had this amazing cute Asian girl, the hair, girl. Listen, Ayan was giving everything in life. If you want to watch it on Peacock, girl, you can watch it on Peacock on your phone, just so you can see Ayan in the looks that she serves sometimes. Because sometimes you just be like natural with nothing, like a normal person, and I appreciate that. But when it's time for these parties, Ayan gonna show up and step out, because it's what she do. Yes, we know that Lisa is from College Hill. Yes. So yes, Sergio's parents haven't met Caroline yet, and she makes a comment about Sergio sleeping with a comment about him sleeping at Nina's house, because something they were talking, it was in the middle of the conversation. She was like, "Oh, his parents are coming. Yeah, he's gonna sleep at your house, and can you bring his mom too?" I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, you don't even know them people and you want to send them away. What is that about? And the way Sergio looked at her is when I started paying attention to that conversation. Then she talks about arguing with Sergio before they got there, because he wants to sit with his parents at the engagement party as well as the wedding, and she doesn't want to because it's traditional. And Nina was like, well, the wedding is traditional. And then she says, well, I didn't want to get married. It's like, well, what the fuck are you even sitting here telling us that for? Why you see, like, do you hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, for everything, she would just keep going deeper and deeper. That's why you're an asshole. That's why nobody really likes you. Just tell the truth. I don't fuck with my parents like that. And I feel uncomfortable around them. So I don't want to be around my parents. If you want us to sit with your parents and my friends, then we can do that. But I don't want to sit with them at both. But I will sit with you and your parents if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's you're supposed to also be trying to make your partner feel good about this situation. It's not all about you. But because you want to be an asshole, instead of just, saying that to him and expressing that to him, you are going to make him out to be the asshole in the situation, right? And then say to him, you didn't even want to get married. Why would you say that to that man? I thought that was so fucked up, y'all. I'm going to just keep it a buck. I thought that was real fucked up that she said that shit to him. They sing happy birthday to Ayan's son, and he gives a speech about how he couldn't have asked for a better parent in Ayan, and it's all beautiful. And Caroline Brooks, you're a fucking hater. I don't know why. I don't know why you're such a hater, but you were sitting at that table, and when that boy was, everybody's cheering Ayan and showing her love, and her son is showing her love, and you're like, yay! Oh my god, so cute, perfect, like she's doing that, and I was just kind of like, you know we can see you, right? You know we can see you. It's screaming, I'm hating. It's screaming, I'm hating. It's screaming, it's screaming, it's screaming, I'm hating. And I don't know why. I don't know why you're hating. I want you to stop. But anyway, that was Real Housewives of Dubai. We're about to go ahead and move on to Married to Medicine. I'm going to have a better graphic for y'all next time because there is another one. And I just don't know what happened to it. And I'm annoyed that I can't find it because I thought I had, put it somewhere on my Instagram. And then when I went looking for it, I can't find it. It's like bullshit. Maybe I could find it on one of the ladies' pages. Let me see right quick. Y'all like the video and tell everybody that we're live right now, please. That's what I need for y'all to do for me. Yes. Okay. I found it. Give me a second so we can get it. Okay. Because you got to screenshot the shit. Y'all, Married to Medicine is looking like it gonna give. Married to Medicine look like it gonna give. Everybody on their job. And I'm appreciative of that because when I tell y'all, I thought reality shows was gonna be over when the pandemic happened. I thought it was about to be done, girl. I thought we wasn't gonna have it no more. I thought it was just gonna be like, nope, it's an error. It happened. We can't do it no more. But we back. With the ladies of Married to Medicine. I see they trying to bring Love and Hip Hop and all of that back soon. I told y'all I'm not really that excited about it. I'll review it out of habit more than because I actually care about watching it. Because the storylines haven't been that real. They haven't been that good. It's just, Love and Hip Hop Miami and Love and Hip Hop, the only, Sheila and them, we like them. But for the most part, like all of the storylines are fake, stupid. You know what I'm saying? The only Amara. Maybe that was the only one that I wasn't like completely annoyed with, with her telenovela shit. And y'all know I love doing Ray J and Prank. Okay. But I don't know. I'm just y'all, Yandy is still in Atlanta. I don't want to. I know they canceled New York, but I just still feel like, does that mean Yandy needs to be here still? Anyway, I don't know. See, look, that's better. I like that. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. I miss Married to Medicine too. Okay, so before we actually get into the notes for Married to Medicine, we're gonna talk about these looks because I want to talk about these looks, and then we're gonna get into the episode. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. No, Amara has already showed those twins. Go on her Instagram. She's already shown those twins. They have her eyes. They're like it's ridiculous. They're astonishingly beautiful and chocolate. But yes, for y'all who skin tone color. You know what I'm saying? They're brown. They're beautiful. Okay, look like little dolls. Ma'am, right here. Ma'am right here. Toya. Everything. Yeah. Toya. Hair down to the toes. The pose. Toya is eating this picture up. I honestly don't even see anybody else but Toya. Okay. And then once I go ahead and graze the room, then I see quad, baby. I see the legs quad. I see the highlights, bitch. Okay, hold up. Let me pull this back up on my Instagram so I can look at it closely. Okay, hold up. I got it from Contessa, but let me go to Toya page and see what picture she giving. Serve it up. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong Toya, girl. Hold up. There we go. Toya Bush Harris. All right, hold up. Girl, Toya was serving everything, okay? Toya was serving everything. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah. So now I'm looking at the picture close up. Okay. All right. So I hate Heavenly's pose, but Heavenly look good. Heavenly looks really good. I really just hate that pose because she got shoulder pads on. So it's giving uncomfortable. It's giving my feet hurt. Hurry up and take the picture. But she look cute. She low-key, stole on quiet hairstyle a little bit, but I'm gonna let it go. Miss Jackie, Dr. Jackie, that what? I'm gonna say this. Can I say this? Can I say this right quick? Because I was thinking about this. Because somebody else, it was Anila's husband that was mad that he wasn't referred to as doctor. And I just kind of feel like if I'm not coming to visit you in that capacity, I don't know why y'all expect that from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why everybody expect that from people. Like, you not my doctor. Like I get it. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, like I said, you not my doctor. We're not in a setting where you're being a doctor, are we? Then why are y'all always like losing y'all shit a little bit when people don't reference y'all as doctor or judges? Like, I'm not like, why do I always have to reference you in a way that I am not like, this is a casual, this is not that. Like, we not there, we're here. You're still, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of that extra sensitive about that title. Yes, and it's obnoxious as fuck. Like, calm down. They expect it because they earned the title 10 plus years in school. And that don't have nothing to do with me. If I was coming to you as a person looking for your expertise as a doctor for 10 years, then yeah. And when I come to your office, I'm going to call you doctor whatever. But if I see you out regular in life, why do y'all have to, y'all feel like people need to always be referring to y'all as doctor? I don't give a fuck about your years in school. That only matters when I'm in your office. That's my point. That only matters when I'm in your office. Enough for y'all to be out here like actively getting upset about it. Like, if you know what I'm saying, like y'all be getting upset about it. That's the only reason I'm like, wait a minute, calm the fuck down. Because I really feel like it's a God complex that y'all feel like y'all have. And I'm not doing that with you. I don't have to go along with your delusions of grandeur. Like, if you're not doctoring me in this moment, motherfucker, you gonna excuse me for calling you Mr. or whatever your name is. Okay? All my years in school, bitch, so what? We all please let that matter when somebody come into your doctor's office. That's when I need that to matter. Thank you. Let's get back into these looks. Toya, yes. Heavenly, yes. But you look uncomfortable. Quad, yes. Usually and always. Dr. Jackie. Child, I can't even talk about Jackie without calling Jackie Dr. Jackie. Child, Lord. Jackie look good. Jackie look good. Anila look good. Anila look good. I love the way Anila is always representing for her culture. I appreciate that about her. I don't like Contessa's look. I'm sorry. Y'all know I love Contessa, but the makeup is way too much. And I don't like the dress, even though her body looks amazing. I just think it made her hips look so weird. Like, because it's long like that. Like, maybe it's probably the pose too, but I don't like it. And listen, y'all know I got a little crush on Dr. Contessa, girl. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember to call y'all by y'all doctor names and stuff, but sometimes I'm not, and please don't be pressed. Okay, that's my point. I'm gonna remember sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm just gonna call you by your motherfucking name, and you will have to be all right with it because I'm not in your doctor's office. Period. Anyway, Simone, Dr. Simone. Another one that I feel like you look cute, but I hate your pose. You look uncomfortable. Like, everybody relax. Like, everybody relax. And did they tell everybody to put their hand on their hip? Like I want somebody to come in and help them pose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like somebody should have been like back up against one of the letters. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't have all been everybody hand on the hip. Like, okay, girl, that shit is hilarious. I gotta go get my dog. Okay, when I come back, we're gonna get into the rest of this. Okay, but please do me a favor, like the video. I'll be right back. I have to go get my dogs because it's thundering and they're gonna unleash themselves at some point. So I'll be right back. Child, not me being late. That nigga already was off the leash. I didn't even see him, y'all. Now the neighbors looking and shit. I didn't even see him, y'all. I'm sitting right here. So I normally see him if he comes around the corner. Now they looking and shit. I got him. He's fine. He's not out here. Everybody calm down. Look, they looking. I knew I should have went and got him as soon as I heard them pops. Ugh, child, he can't do nothing to nobody. Fuck, he can hardly walk. Anyway, but they love calling the cops on you when your dog get out. Even though I be seeing people dogs running around this fucking neighborhood all the time. Anyway, y'all, let's get back to it. Okay, so we're about to get into it. Are we ready? Can you hear me? Are we good? Okay. So Jackie and Simone made up. I'm glad they made up. I'm glad they finally made up because I feel like, you know, like she said, Jackie had to let some of her ego go and Simone had to stop being petty and learn how to forget, you know, how to forgive and move on. Not really forget, but you know, let the shit go. So Jackie talks about the O shot and the P shot. Y'all, I'm interested. I'm not even gonna lie. So the O shot is you go get a shot in your cooch, and it's supposed to heighten your sensitivity so you have more orgasms. So yay. I'm because I feel like I don't need that, but I also feel like what's that like though? What is it like? Okay. The P shots, apparently y'all dudes is out here getting y'all peens lengthened and made stiffer. Is that a thing? Okay. I mean, listen, I guess there's some niggas that need that. You know what I mean? And I'm glad y'all have that option. Okay. No wife should be out here dealing with less than she deserves if there's a way to fix it. So I'm not mad at anybody. What y'all saying? What y'all talking about in the comments? Do you think they really made up? Yes. Simone was being petty, in my opinion. Why are you comparing friendships, lady? The low blow is when Simone didn't invite Jackie to Michael's graduation party. Inquiring minds want to know, Dr. Jackie. Listen. Wait, who say wait? Oh, child. Why y'all be entertaining people? Child, stop entertaining people. Anyway, child, don't entertain people. So, Simone says she doesn't want to lengthen nothing. If it gets harder, it's gonna get on her nerves. And I was just kind of like, I feel like there are a lot of women out there. That if they were raised in different times by different people, maybe in different places, they would have been lesbians. And I think Simone may be one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you the truth, because I feel like her not want, she just always seems to be like to her husband. And I'm sure they get it in, and I'm sure they have some enjoyable moments, because that means nothing. But it makes me feel like, Simone, do you really want niggas? Let me know. Because it feels like sometimes that you don't really want that nigga neither. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just sometimes I be wondering about y'all. Sometimes I wonder if a lot of y'all are the women that, and I'm not just Contessa, not just Simone, not just Jackie. I just sometimes wonder if you have been born at a different time and, in a different setting, would you have been in relationships with women? Because I feel like a lot of their energy. Anyway, so Heavenly has opened a beauty supply store, and her daughter is helping run it, and she works there and she does the social media, and it's all very cool and very dope. You know what I'm saying? Okay, sorry. Messages. Quad comes in. Contessa ghosted Heavenly after the reunion, and it hurt Heavenly's feelings. And apparently, Contessa says that Heavenly has talked Cash Money shit about her on YouTube. And she said her marriage was fake and that she is in an abusive marriage. And they showed the clip where Heavenly said it on her YouTube page. And listen, here's the thing. This whole argument is the women are going to be mad at Heavenly for what Heavenly says on YouTube. It's a perfect storyline, because essentially we know Heavenly wasn't going to be able to get up there and not keep it a buck as far as she's concerned. She don't have the capacity not to keep it a buck in y'all face. You think once she in her closet talking to her fucking self, she not going to say everything that she want to say? She's not Candy. She doesn't have the decorum to not say certain things. And that's no disrespect, but we all know that Candy comes from, 90s public life, which means you know how to hold. Heavenly don't know nothing about that. Heavenly went from living her life like a regular person to being a reality star, and now she gets even more attention from talking shit. So yeah, no, she's not gonna ever handle it with the couth that you'll see Candy have, child. These goddamn lilies. Okay, I went and took some of the lilies out, and this is what the lilies do to my damn robe. I gotta wash my robe. Anyway, However, Heavenly didn't say anything wrong. Heavenly says she thinks you're in a mentally and emotionally abusive relationship. And honestly, she could have based that off of not only her knowledge of your relationship, but she could have also based it off of what was on the reality show and what you said, Contessa, at the reunion show. Dr. Contessa said that she lived in a volatile home. She filed for divorce. But instead of signing the papers, her husband decided to go to therapy. The fighting isn't as intense as it used to be, even though they still have their disagreements. And now she's doing a fitness competition, and she got a trainer, and that made her kids and Scott feel away. They both walked up to the house with that big fine ass man standing in the driveway, like, what the fuck going on here? Okay. Contessa was Miss Missouri back in the day, so she wants to do that again. She feels more equipped if she has to start a new life. Everything that Contessa said made me feel like, bow. That's what it made me feel like. Nothing about their energy makes me feel like she's still good. Because if she was good, then why is she saying it like that in case I have to start a new life? That's because it's still in your mind that it could still be time to go. And you might still be biding your time for your kids to get a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? But no, it doesn't feel like they're working on it. Contessa is so unhappy. It's all over. It's written all over her face. She don't have to say a word. Okay? I just couldn't be on reality TV. Heavenly's mouth is too much and would stress me out. Dr. Contessa always doing a lot. What is she running from? Keep on running in and out of my life. Heavenly should have skipped that question or not answered because they are supposed to be real friends. Ooh. But see, here's the thing. Why do I have to not answer something you've already admitted to because we're real friends? That's my problem. She's already admitted to feeling like that on stage. Like, what do you think living in a volatile household is? It's being in an abusive relationship. It doesn't matter if you're also being an abuser. You know what I'm saying? Those kids were big mad. They were. She's preparing for her exit. Heavenly, I think that's probably a part of it too. The kids and how they feel. That's another part why she stayed. Heavenly should have handled it in a different way. None of my friends would dog me out on YouTube or any social media platform. No, but I also don't feel like she dogged her out when she said that. Like, was that dogging her out? I don't remember her saying anything else about Contessa. Saying that I think she's in an emotionally and verbally abusive relationship. That's based off of what Contessa said, y'all. So I'm trying to understand, what did Heavenly say that was that bad about Contessa? Besides that, because that's all they showed. And I don't watch every one of Heavenly's videos in order to know how much she talks about Contessa. But I mean, it's not that I don't understand how Contessa feels. If Contessa don't want to fuck with her no more, then I understand that. But I also feel like it's more so about the fact that somebody said what the truth of the matter is. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really mad at Heavenly, or are you mad at your situation, at yourself? Because a lot of times when women are being abused in one respect or another, whenever somebody says something about it, they get upset. So I just kind of feel like, is it really about that? Like, is it really about that? Because I feel like Heavenly is spot on when she says, you're not mad at me, you mad at Scott. But we're going to see. Hold up. Let me see what else y'all saying. I want Contessa and Britain to run away together and just be happy. And it comes down to intent. Heavenly did not intend to air Contessa out. She responded well to the question. How did she dog her out? She answered that question as delicately as she could. Being a friend means she could have said a lot more. To me. Okay, child. Heavenly didn't dog her out. She simply told the truth about her friend's relationship. Her husband was dogging her out by being emotionally abusive. And another thing is that it's happening on reality TV. That's another thing. This isn't something that's happening in private. This is happening on a fucking reality show. Didn't Contessa go on live talking about her marriage with Heavenly? It's like one of those situations where they can talk about their men to their friends, but their friends can't do it, especially publicly. If Contessa did that to Heavenly, friendship over. If there was something to say about Damon, I feel like if Heavenly was already expressing the issue about Damon, that's another thing. Heavenly would never express an issue with Damon in front of y'all. That's another thing. That's why y'all ain't got nothing to say. That's why it wouldn't happen this way. Because that wouldn't be them. Because Heavenly would never tell y'all anything that bad about Damon. Like, she just wouldn't. They've been on this show for a long time. And they ain't never said nothing too bad about her husband on this show. Okay? She didn't say anything more and nothing inappropriate. I don't think what she said was that bad. I need Contessa to clarify at what exactly Heavenly said that she's mad at. I think it's one of those things that I can talk about my situation, but you can't because it's not your business. I understand that, but we're on a reality show. Yes, Heavenly stated what Contessa said, but it was also how Heavenly said it. And I don't think Contessa is being honest with herself. She said, yes, I think she's in an abusive relationship. And that's all she said. Like, she didn't say anything more than that. I thought Heavenly had been treading lightly when it came to Contessa questions after the reunion. She didn't go in like she usually does. Maybe that's just me. No, she probably has, because she's felt that Contessa felt the way. She didn't dog her out, and everything she said about Contessa was positive about how beautiful, smart, and strong she is. She's using Heavenly as a scapegoat or storyline. And to me, I feel like a lot of times y'all feel like disagree, Heavenly will be mad. I'm not saying Heavenly will be mad. I did not say Heavenly will be mad. I said Heavenly would not give y'all anything to talk about when it comes to Damon. That's what I'm saying. Understand me. Heavenly is not going to give you any ammunition on Damon. That is what I am saying. That's why it wouldn't happen. Not because Heavenly wouldn't be mad if somebody said something about Dr. Damon, because she would. Okay, we all know how crazy she acts about that damn man, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. But ultimately, I feel like she would never give you that ammunition. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it is what it is. I think that Contessa likes to complain about Scott to any and everybody that will listen. And what happens when you do that is you make your friends emotionally involved in your situation. When Contessa was on a reunion show, she wanted them women to talk for her. She wanted them to buck for her. And then when they do it outside of that setting, now all of a sudden you mad. You wanted those women to have your back. You wanted those women to defend you. You wanted those women to sit and be at your side when all of that shit went down at the reunion show. But now they can't say something? Like, no. If you don't want people to have an opinion, if you don't want people to feel a way about your relationship, don't put your shit on First Street. Y'all, I'll be right back. I'm mad, but something's going on with my AC. I'll be right back. Right back. Comment. We about to get into the rest of this shit. Y'all hate when my lover and my secretary is not here. Sorry, y'all. Oh my God. Now, ever since we done got the shit fixed, the nest keeps popping off of the fucking wall. Oh. And I'm just feeling like it's getting warm in here. It's getting warm in here. We is not going through this again, Savannah girl. Okay, it's delayed. Fine. Contessa is reaching far. What's this storyline? Watch the live and watch season 8. Then show us when Heavenly says anything that Scott and Contessa didn't say. They said it's volatile. It was abusive for Scott to not sign those papers and basically hold her hostage in a marriage that should have been over. Yeah, Contessa is now trying to act like she's in control of a situation when she's actually spiraling. I feel like you can tell based off of the way those kids, like, why are your kids that, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's this man? Like, what the fuck was that? Like that, I don't know. Like, to me, that I feel like Scott has talked to their children way too much about their relationship. because their response was about him and not about their children. They should not be like walking up to a situation like that with the same mindset that their dad has. And that's because that nigga has probably expressed and said too much around those children. And I feel like we saw him do that two seasons ago when Contessa was in school and he'd be in the car talking to them kids about how he felt about their mom. That shit not cool, y'all. Y'all, Contessa bucks up to everyone but Scott. She will never express her frustration and feelings to him, so she's gonna blame everything on Heavenly, just like Simone. Heavenly definitely said more about Contessa on her YouTube. They only show one clip. She does reviews every week when the show is airing. Yes, we know that. What else has she said? Did she say anything bad about her? I said that I don't watch all of her reviews. I said that. So can somebody tell me what they've heard her say besides the being abused part? Contessa told all her friends her business to fight her battle for her, that she didn't want to fight for herself. Now they all know her business and can talk about it like the rest of us. Contessa said in an interview that things weren't how they made it out to be last season. She said it was actually the ladies causing issues with her. And that's going to piss me off, Contessa, because the whole thing about Married to Medicine, y'all, is that when Simone and Jackie were about to leave their husbands, their friend group came together and helped them work it out, helped them stay together. So that's why essentially they're often in each other's marriages and each other's business, because they try to help each other stick it out and work it out. But I think something is going on between Contessa and Scott that everybody feels like that's different, Contessa. That's not just cheating, Contessa. That's something else, Contessa. Y'all fight in a different way, Contessa. Y'all are doing this in front of the kid. Like, I think everybody sees it as being more detrimental than the things that Cecil and child help me, y'all know the husbands. Then Jackie and Simone's husbands were doing. So now that they're not trying to convince y'all to stay together, you're angry with them because they felt defensive for you after you brought them into your shit. And I don't know what you mean by, oh, it didn't happen like that. I know how it happened on that reunion show because I reviewed it. Contessa is definitely doing that, I'm a strong woman up until I'm dealing with my abusive man shit. And listen, I think Scott, I like Scott. So don't even make it seem, I don't want it to seem like, I'm anti. I like Scott. But I do feel like when two people bring out the worst in each other, they need to just let it go. When two people are not happy, they're not able to support each other in a positive way for real, it's time to let it go. Because now y'all are teaching y'all children how to have volatile, y'all, that's triggering as fuck for me. Because in all honesty, you know what I'm saying? That's a part of the thing I've been kind of dealing with in my own therapy, is dealing with the fact that, you kind of grew up in a volatile household more so than you really remember, more so than you really like to admit to yourself. But when you really think about it, it was way too much. It was way too much. Like when you call the police, when you 5, because motherfuckers is just in there screaming, that says something. But people glaze over that type of shit. Y'all, so for me, watching this, I'm like, I can't imagine what y'all are doing to those children, having those types of arguments around them and in front of them. And you can't tell me you don't, because Scott is too comfortable talking to them about how he feels about you. Like, that means that y'all arguments are happening in front of the kids, with the kids there, the kids knowing a lot that's, what's going on, but having the understanding that they can't talk about anything that happens in their household, because what happens in our household stays in our household. I think, you know what I'm saying? They are playing in our face. We finna eat them up this season. I see it now. Contessa is pulling a Kenya and misdirecting the anger she can't take out on her man and shifting it to the women. It ain't just a Kenya. It's a whole bunch of them. It's a whole bunch of women that do that. Especially the youngest. She's too involved. Yes. Okay. I see it already. Cause I went through it. The way Scott was lying about the therapist and trying to skate by him talking to women in the DM was out of line. He thought it was minimal to Contessa going to college and how that affected him. But no. Oh Heavenly's live yesterday. She said she told Contessa she has 2 girls and she can't let her girls grow up seeing that. Like, it's the truth. It's the truth. It does. Whoo, it does a number on you. Heavenly may have said some uncouth ways, but she normally assesses the situation correctly and hold up a mirror to her friends' faces and they can't handle the truth. That's why I love her. I'm not even gonna lie. That's the part about her that I fuck with. Yeah, Contessa and Scott marriage triggers me as well. Being in a relationship with an emotionally abusive man and living in a home trying to avoid landmines is a high state of anxiety. Yeah, it is. It is. Whoo, Lord. And just think about if you have 2 minefields, because that was me. 2 minefields, not just 1, 2 that you have to maneuver around at a very young age. And then being an empath on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is, ooh, Lord, conversations for other times, y'all. But it's a lot of shit that I have been like dealing with in therapy that this is very triggering to that. Like Contessa and Scott in the way they're handling their situation, and also the way she's going to like blame everybody that's trying to tell her what it is and what it looks like. And she's gonna get mad at everybody, and that's why she's so mad at Heavenly. And I just don't like the fact that the other women are going to take their gripe with the things that Heavenly says about them that's stupid, like the way she rags on Toya. Nobody gives a fuck about that. What Heavenly was saying, I believe, about Contessa, it makes me feel like it was coming from a place of really caring about my friend and wanting her to see what this shit really is, and her not really grasping it because she probably in some respect grew up with it. She said she grew up in a volatile household and now she realizes that she's living in one. And honestly, you don't understand the severity of it, because if you did, then you wouldn't want your children to grow up in the household with it. You still don't understand the severity of it just yet. And eventually I believe that you will, but you're just not now. I mean, I feel like the other women, they're gonna aggravate me because they're gonna take the stupid shit that Heavenly says about them and use that as an example for why what she said about Contessa is wrong, and it's probably not. Not at all, based off what we've seen and heard about their relationship on the show. I think Contessa is preparing for her out with the fitness stuff, and Scott notices it. So he want to go to therapy and band-aid the situation and act like he's doing the work, basically. So Quad's nephew Mason has moved into her home, and she brought a 17,000 square foot house. Her little nephew lives with her. Her mom lives with her, and she talks about how her brother died last year. That's her nephew's dad, and they show us like a flashback clip of him. He had a heart attack, y'all. That shit, whoo, that's so sad to me. That little boy's so cute. And he talked about missing his dad and stuff like that. And then the grandmama starts crying, and he was like, she crying because she missed my dad. Y'all, that shit was so sad. But I love the fact that Quad is able to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a blessing to have, the rich auntie who really, love the kids. Like, it's a blessing for that, because a lot of times those kids need somebody that can be there for them. And a lot of times women will feel like, oh, I don't have any kids, so they'll feel a way about that, and then they end up having to take care of one of their family members' kids like it's their own. It, to me, it's God shit to leave your place open for somebody else's child that's going to need you at some point, you know what I'm saying, in that capacity. So shout out to Quad for being that for that little boy. That shit, that definitely like touched me all in my spirit. The question, thank you for the super chat. I understand how you feel. I had to swallow some hard truth in my therapy session, and it can be a relief but draining at the same time. Yes, definitely relief, but also very draining. Y'all, I hope that y'all, while we're talking about that, y'all know the reason why a lot of this shit has been coming up for me. This. The Women of Candor show that I'm doing in Dallas on July 21st. Y'all get y'all tickets and come and see me live. My first performance on stage in years, with a monologue that I had to write myself. And it's about, and in writing it, I had to dredge up a lot of things, and dredging up those things, and then being in therapy, and then going get a tarot reading last week, child. A lot of things, you know what I mean, have been like coming up and shit. So I think it's gonna be a really great show. And if y'all are in the Dallas area, July 21st, get y'all tickets now and come see the show. Come see me, you know, and yeah, I hope to see y'all. Hope everybody, you know, who can come through comes through. I know a lot of y'all have gotten tickets, so I appreciate y'all for supporting me in that. But yeah, child, when you actually got to sit down and go through your shit and like write things that have happened in your life, like, ooh, because you really just glaze over a lot of shit. I don't read tarot. Like, I have cards and I know how, but I just don't. But I know how. It's a lot. I would much rather people do it for me than for me to do it for other people. It's a lot. Maybe one day. I need to get better at reading the cards though. I'm just good at reading people. Okay. Listen, I appreciate y'all who want to buy a ticket and come through. I appreciate y'all. So let's move on. Anila and her family are in their new home, okay? And they're doing like this blessing of their home. And Dr. Kieran regrets overspending. And y'all, that's so scary to me that he's so resentful of how much he spent on that house. They were supposed to spend $1 million. They spent 2.5. So, you know, he's upset, but Anila did furnish the entire home basically with, you know, posted it on social media. And I'm like, she didn't even have as many followers as me. How do I do that? Anila, teach me your ways, because I definitely have more subscribers than she does. So I just kind of feel like if she can do it, why can't I? At least I did when she first started. Probably not now. Stephanie Ray, thank you for the super chat. I wish I could come to the Dallas show. Do you think they'll record it? I pay to see the recording. Yes, they will. I believe they will record it. And it will be you know, put up somewhere. But yes, you all. Thank you for the super chat. So Toya is in a rental house not that far away from the dream home that she built. And she says that house, you know, just didn't have enough space for her and the kids. I'm like, but you built it. Now they're building another house that won't be ready until 2023. But the house they're living in now has an elevator, and the one they had before didn't. But she's complaining that the boys won't stop using the elevator. Anila and Toya are cordial, and she invited Toya and her family to the housewarming party she's having. So everybody gets dressed up for the party, and they wear you know, the traditional Indian garb that Neela often wears for her parties and her family celebrations. I love the fact that they always have her culture so heavily shown in her story. Because, you know, Indian culture is very beautiful and colorful, and I just love to see it. And it's so funny to me how Black people are often so open to other people's, like, you know, other people's cultures and shit like that, but then kind of have such a negative connotation of the culture that we come from originally. Conversations for other times. But really, for Real Housewives of Atlanta that we'll be getting into after this. Okay, long live, I know. Gosh. So Anila and Toya are cordial, said that. Everyone dresses up, said that. Heavenly brings her friend Audra, a real estate attorney, and her husband, the dentist. Okay, we was like, oh, another guy. Great. Dr. Damon talks to some lady, and Heavenly is like, why is that lady over there in my husband's face? Why is she? I was just like, yeah, I don't know why Heavenly does this. I don't know. Because, you know, she swear up and down she not insecure. Boy, if you're not insecure, why is you reacting like that? Because that seemed like an insecure reaction. But okay, Heavenly girl, that's fine. Carrie says she always worried about who he's talking to. And Heavenly said, worry about your own man, okay? The DJ didn't call Kieran doctor. He felt away, okay? But honestly, I feel like if I'm paying somebody, you know, for a party, then you should say what I said say. You know, I understood where Kieran was coming from, but still, he was just like big mad about that. And it's like, yeah, but you're not a doctor in this moment. You're a father and a husband. But I get it. But like, oh my God, y'all really have to calm down with the God complex. Like, gather yourself. Doctors have done terrible shit to people. So like, chill out. Anyway, Contessa is dressed in this like Black dominatrix thing. I don't know, but it's not the vibe that she was supposed to dress in. which to me felt like some type of passive aggressive thing. But I also don't understand why it was such a big deal for everybody else. Like Anila said, Contessa didn't know the assignment when it came to the look and left it at that. I don't know why it had to be considered, like some people were saying it was disrespectful and all of that. And I'm like, why? Was it mandatory that they had to dress the way she wanted them to dress? Like, she should have stayed home. It was disrespectful to you. Why was it disrespectful? So unbecoming of Contessa. Can y'all costume was whack, but she's so fit, anything looks good on her. Why was it disrespectful? I want somebody to let me know. She was wearing a dang costume. Oh, so she was wearing a costume. It wasn't just an outfit? I thought she was wearing like a black bodysuit. She wore an Egyptian costume. Oh. See, I couldn't even really see it. It just looked like a black bodysuit. But she wore, I keep trying to click on a comment. She wore an Egyptian costume to an Indian side. Oh, it's bad, Contessa, that's bad. That's really bad, Contessa. Why would you do that, girl? Let me see if I can find it. Married to Medicine. What was that? Season 9, episode 1. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my God, it's so disgusting, Contessa. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Contessa? Girl, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Where is it? Where is it? Is this it? Hold up. Let me see. Because people be, they be playing. They be with the shits. I can just go ahead and go to YouTube TV, but they're not gonna let me share my screen. I don't need to share my screen. I just need to see it. I just want to see it. I want to see it again because I missed it. I missed it the first time. I'm so sorry because I was watching, but I was making notes. I couldn't really tell what she had on. I know it didn't look good. Her body looked good, but it just looked like a bodysuit. I couldn't tell, and I want to see it now. Hold up. Yes, come on. Let's see right quick, right fast. Hold up.
Yeah. Everything tonight is
okay. Hold on. First of all, Contessa was late.
How are you? Hello.
Okay. Let me turn the sound off. Anybody got time for that? All right, y'all. Hold up. I can't share my screen because they're not gonna let me show it. But here she pulling up.
So we go on to the front door. We go on. Do y'all really believe the evil spirits are gone? Yeah. Everything tonight is gonna be good. I said hi.
Contessa did not get the assignment right. She went to Party City and got a whole Egyptian outfit. Girl.
How are you? That's always late. I get it.
No thanks.
I couldn't see it at first because all of the shots are medium. Oh my God. I feel like she didn't know. And this is not me trying to give her, like, I don't know. I feel like she didn't know. Yes, the pyramid around Scott's neck with the bejewel. Oh my God. She should have just wore regular clothes. Yes. On Amazon for $60. No. Contessa wore Indian garb last season, though. That was blatant disrespect. Contessa, why? Contessa, why? I need to understand. Girl, I need to understand. I need to understand. I don't understand. That was bad. Oh my God. Let's continue on. I had to see it for myself, girl. Oh my God. Contessa, I need you to get on somebody's live today and explain yourself because that was terrible. Sawyer comes 2 hours later. Anila furnished her home from advertising on social media. Jackie has to tell Carrie to get her hands off the walls and use the banister. I'm like, why y'all gotta be like that, Caucasian people? I mean, putting your fucking hands on. Never mind. Anyway, so the men talk, and Kieran asks Scott if things are clearer now with Contessa. He says, yes, everything is much better. Contessa doesn't want to talk to Heavenly for saying that she's in an abusive relationship. And Quad says that she is messed up, that she's not, that Heavenly is really messed up over the fact that they're not talking. And, you know, Contessa don't give a fuck. Contessa said, how the fuck you gonna be mad at me because I'm mad at you for what you said about me? And honestly, I feel like I want to know if they had a conversation, because it sounds to me that you just completely, you know, was like, fuck Heavenly after y'all had been tight like that. And I just don't understand why you couldn't have a conversation with her, even if it was to dead the relationship and say you won't fuck with her. Why not have a conversation? And that's what I can't stand. Like, as a person that is honest, a lot of the times people can't take it. But tell me you got an issue. Don't just like back away from me and act like, you know what I'm saying, I can't feel a way at the way you handled it. Because you could have just said something. You know what I mean? But I feel like the reason why Contessa, if this is what happened, if Contessa didn't go and have a conversation with Heavenly directly, is because she knew what Heavenly was saying was true. And there was nothing she could really argue. So as much as I want to be mad, because you can't really be mad, Contessa, because you've gone on her YouTube page to talk shit about the other women with her. So now that she's being honest about your situation, you want to get mad and use it against her? Yeah, no, you knew you couldn't go up to her with that. So I feel like you kind of like made beef with her because you couldn't do anything else. You couldn't have a conversation with her because she was going to be able to knock you down. Bitch, you came and talked about other bitches with me. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So how are you going to get mad when I'm being honest about your situation when you know this is what I do? Yeah. Contessa is gonna take a lot of her anger out on everyone this season, and she seems so like resentful and resigned. Like there's a piece of it that's just like, I'm resigned in my relationship, but I'm about it with everybody else, and that's sad and that's upsetting. Yes, Bonnie, don't give her no more grace, ma'am. She was out of line. I wasn't trying to give her no grace. I just didn't see it. Girl, I didn't see it at first. I was like, I thought she was just wearing something regular, but now I see, no, girl, you got a whole Egyptian Party City, you know, costume on. And you could have just came in regular clothes instead of trying to disrespecting people, you know, culture, getting it mixed up for another one. Because if somebody had disrespected the Black folks culture, you would have felt away. Girl. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have, because a lot of y'all don't even know, you know, don't even know, y'all, you know, ain't no culture. Anyway, because some of y'all ain't got no culture. It don't matter, you know. It don't matter. Some of y'all ain't got no culture. I was looking for it, y'all. All right. So let's go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Atlanta. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you. Let's go ahead and go on. So Sheree finds out during her daughter's podcast that Tyrone is telling people she almost got him arrested with the Real Housewives of Atlanta cameras coming to their meetup. She says that he's lying. He wanted to be on TV, which we know. He put the pics out that got leaked, I guess, of Sheree, you know, sitting. I don't know, child. That don't even sound right. But anyway, she says that she feels like he scammed her just like he scammed those other people. Sheree meets up with her homegirl, you know, Fatum, after the podcast, and they talk about Tyrone in the article that he put out, and she starts crying and saying she feels so fucking stupid, and she says, I can't have anything, and now she can't believe that she dated someone under her level, you know, and then we're happy all over again by the time we get to the end of the conversation. Okay, so let's talk about Sheree. Sheree, you didn't care that he was a scammer when he was scamming other people. You were aware that he was a scammer. You knew he was a scammer, and you didn't care when he was scamming other people. And now that he scammed you, you're surprised. Girl, and now you crying? Oh, word? I'm supposed to care? I don't, because I feel like you don't give a fuck about other people. You didn't care when he was scamming them other people, and now you want us to care because you feel like he scammed you. Isn't that convenient? Girl, I don't care. I don't care, Sheree. I don't care about Tyrone either. I don't care about your love after lockup storyline that you got going on. Your daughter cute. You were being fucking stupid. You still being fucking stupid. I'm just saying, you still being stupid because you think this is working on us. And it's not. Child, I keep seeing that little clip when Nene told her that he was a scammer and she didn't want to believe it. She didn't want to believe it. Talking about I dated somebody beneath me. Did you or was he right on your level until he went to jail? To me, it seemed like he was on your level until he got caught. That's what it looked like to me. Which makes me feel like, Sheree a scammer too. She just hasn't got caught being a scammer. Girl, I cannot deal with the fact that all of this lily is all over my robe. Ugh, but I'm cold. I don't care about Sheree. So Marlo says the boys have been being so bad, not listening, not cleaning, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and just doing whatever they want to do, girl. She asked if they need therapy. They say no. I'm like, why would you ask? But the oldest one, I believe his name is Michael. Is it Michael or William? I don't know. One of the boys is, I don't know which one is which, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't be worrying about them people kids like that. I don't care. The oldest one has been acting up in class. And I was just kind of like, okay, I see it. Because I don't think we were seeing it, but I see it. He was like, he told the teacher she don't get paid enough to be arguing with him. And Marlo was like, well, that's disrespectful. And she said she feels like she's failing them. And I was just like, Marlo, this is why you can't be so disrespectful to people, because you can't then tell the children that watch you be disrespectful that they shouldn't be disrespectful when they watch you be disrespectful. That's why there's a way to argue with people when you become an adult, because you don't want to be a bad example for the children that you're going to have to get into confrontations with. Even if you don't have kids, there are going to be times when somebody's going to expect you to be the adult version of yourself. And you're not acting like the adult version of yourself when you pull, shade about women's pussy, like out of your pocket. Like when you pull that out of your pocket, like, yes, they're absolutely mimicking her bad behavior. Duh. I mean, I've been feeling like since the beginning that she brought them kids into her household because she knew it would be a storyline that the show would want to pick up. I've been feeling like that from the beginning, but I didn't want to say that because y'all was going to call me fucked up for saying that I felt like she had been using them kids ever since she got that peach. It made me feel like, okay, so you were playing long game to get on the show. You knew you couldn't get on the show without a real storyline. That's why you took those kids in, because otherwise you probably would have dropped them off on your sister who had 4 fucking boy toddlers already at her house. Okay. We'll get back to Marlo. Sheree, Sonya, and Marlo meet up to shop. Marlo asked Sheree how much she spent on furnishing, her home or her living room specifically. And she was like about $40,000. And we're all like, girl, how? Candy was like, girl, how? Candy always counting people money, but I think that's because Candy knows how much shit costs. And Candy makes money for real. So Candy knows that if you got all of this, you need to explain to me how you got it. I mean, it's the same way I feel about seeing girls who roll around in like old Nissans and shit, but they got Louis Vuitton bags and stuff. Like, I'm sorry, or them MGM bags. Them MGM bags, all of that shit is mad expensive. And like, you bitches barely have gas to put in your car, but when I see y'all out, y'all got expensive ass bags. It's either one or two things. You tricking, 3 things. You tricking, you stealing, or it's fake. Okay, those are your 3 options. So and I'm just saying, as a person that goes to look to purchase MGM child, I don't care, like whatever. When I go look at the prices for that shit, I'm like, okay, so this is on Louis Vuitton level. This is like $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a bag. Okay, got it. How you got that getting out your Nissan Maxima with your hair store slides on? It's either fake, you tricking, or you stole it. Okay? That goes through my mind when I see it because it don't match. I imagine that Candy, knowing how much it costs to furnish homes and all of this shit, looking at Sheree like it don't match. You know what I'm saying? No, Bondi. Some girls are materialistic and have poor money management. Okay. Because I feel like that point was like in there, like it didn't have to be said. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to be said. That obviously shows you have poor money management, because one of those options was you tricking. Meaning that I don't think a lot of girls are making enough money to purchase $5,000 bags from the store. So that means you tricking and you're not using the funds appropriately because you're getting bags instead of, a house, an apartment complex. Okay? Down payment for a house. I don't know. Things that you can use when a nigga gone. That's all. No, it's just, sometimes be like, people be like, no, like they disagreeing with me. And it's like, I thought that went without saying. MCM is not as expensive. MCM has bags that start at $600. Okay. Child, the shit that I was looking at was in the thousands. So there's that. But still. Like, still. I think some of y'all were triggered by that. I'm sorry. Did I upset some of you guys with that one? My bad. I'm not shading you, girl. I'm just saying it's an observation. Some people have things that don't match what their life looks like. Hello. That's the point that Candy make. And you only know when you really can afford some of these things, that shit don't match. Okay? Not Yes is in her mom's name. Y'all talking about Sheree's house, right? Yes. Some of their bags, okay? Some of their bags. $600 is still a lot for a bag. In my opinion, $600 is a lot for a bag. Like, that's half of a mortgage for a purse. That's a lot of money. Like, I'm just saying. What else? Sheree is throwing a slumber party for the girls. Okay, Marlo thinks Kenya can't take her, so she keeps coming after her. Marlo, you're making beef with Kenya. I think Kenya doesn't even care right now. Marlo tells the girls her nephews are acting up, and Michael punched a wall. And, they took stuff out of her room that she had taken from them and put in her room, and she goes in their room and sees all of it there. And she's videoing it and shit. I'm like, why are you recording it? She tells them that she sent them to her sister Crystals, who has 4 toddler boys, so that they can get a wake-up call. Sheree says that, listen, I ain't never got a break as a mother. And I thought that was so funny because Sheree's so fake to me. Sheree loves to like back other people up when it comes to talking shit, but she gonna save all her shit talking for the confessional. Cause you know good and fucking well that you was judging Marlo in that moment, but you're not gonna say nothing because she's on your bandwagon right now, right? Y'all, I've been telling y'all, I feel like everything that Marlo has been doing has been very strategic for her to get the peach, for her to be on the show and be a main cast member. That's all she really cares about to me. And I think all of this other shit is, a mask. I think she knows she looks like a bad person. And so in order to confuse everybody, I'm going to bring in my nephews. I'm going to have, my charities and things that I can use to, get money out of and all of that type of stuff. Like, is she getting a check for them boys? Like, all kind of stuff. Like, I have questions because I don't trust your motives at all. Okay. Look, a better metaphor for the girls: new ass but no furniture, Louis bag with only papers and change inside. There you go, sunshine. Thank you so much for that, girl. Sheree didn't claim her daughter in the earlier seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta, had her listed as a family member. Damn, I ain't know that. Marlo is acting no different to the foster parents she complains about. Just because the boys are her family does not mean she isn't using them. Come on, talk about it. Okay? What about the cuties with fake handbags, drive old beat up cars, but still rock a jumbo size air freshener? I'm so done with y'all. Maybe the boys felt away after that phone call and started acting out. Yeah, you mean that phone call, which was very triggering because it made them responsible for their mother's welfare. Like I told y'all, she should not have done. Oh Lord, I ain't got no kids, and I know that wasn't smart. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all are low key getting like a version of myself. I just don't care. So if it sounds fucked up, I just don't care. It's just what I feel, and I'm gonna say what I feel because Miami has so much appeal. A great place to get a seafood meal. Miami. All right. Kenya and Sanya talk about her and Ross sneaking to have sex all over their house because they have all those grown-ass adults in their home. Then they check in with Candy about her security situation. They get off the phone with her and talk about how Marlo has been getting all in Kenya's face and all on her nerves. So I feel like, I don't know why this scene was there. I guess so that they can show us at some point Sanya and Kenya were a little close. But we know that that's not going to be the case. I have seen several postings of Sanya, Marlo, and Sheree on social media that make me feel like Sanya has been kicked out of the Cool Kids Club, and so now she's choosing a side. But I'll wait. Okay, child, this will aggravate me because y'all literally just threw them lilies away before I got on live, so I didn't even see it until I came on here and was like, "Oh, this lily shit is on my room." Anyway. Drew talks to her mom about the book deal that Ralph's assistant got him and how he resents Drew because she made him fire the assistant. Drew wants Ralph to adopt her son Josiah and doesn't understand why he hasn't adopted him since he's writing books and shit about being the great stepfather. Her mom plays a recording to her that says Drew needs to worry about an adversary. It can be a woman or someone with feminine energy. Drew says Sanya has turned against her, so it can be her or anybody else. So, Drew, later on in the episode, when you feel like the women's, dancing and drinking and having a good time with the incense, when you feel like that is some evil shit, what exactly is it when your mom puts the messy prophet on the phone to tell you that somebody's coming after you on the fucking reality show where all the women go after each other all the time? You could have been seen as one of those women to Sheree when you brought that bullshit to her about her not paying her bills from your messy ass assistant who just wants to be on the show. What? True? What? Okay, girl. So the assistant got Ralph the book deal about being a good stepfather to your kid. You feel like he's not even that good of a stepfather to your kid because he won't adopt your kid. And his excuse for that is, oh, well, I don't want to adopt him because I don't want to step on his real father's toes. At the end of the day, if that nigga gave a fuck about his toes being stepped on, the toes will be present and accounted for. And they're not. If you're raising that boy as your own, why would you not want to adopt him? You're already raising him. Or is it because you want to keep some separation between you and him while simultaneously trying to get the credit for being a stepfather that you're in fact not being? How are you going to write a book about some shit that we saw Drew complain about on Real Housewives of Atlanta last season? We saw her complain about the way you don't treat her son the same as you treat the children that y'all have together. She's already said that. So how are you going to write a book about it? And that's what I'm saying. Your husband is the one with the feminine energy. That's the adversary. Hello? You worrying about other women with the Delilah energy. You need to be worrying about your nigga with his Devontae energy, okay? Girl, and now, see, that was a way to make you feel bad about that book deal, about firing that assistant. The assistant got him the book deal, and he had to fire her, and now it's your fault. So a reason for you to feel bad. That's bullshit within itself. You're not going to make me feel bad about telling you that I don't want that woman in our space after it's been made clear to me that she wants to fuck you. What are you talking about? You want me to feel bad? Because I would have quickly told Ralph, go be with the assistant. If you feel that bad, if you're resenting me because I told you to fire her, please go be with your assistant. Take your cameras, leave your keys. But we know Drew ain't that strong. So there's that. Sheree's slumber party. Sheree's friend Fatum is there. Okay, she's there to start shit. And she pulled Drew and Ralph's background checks and found out they have several aliases. And now we have to discuss the aliases they have, why they would have them. Shit, I don't care about. Like, y'all don't have to give us no more evidence that we can't trust Drew and Ralph. We know. Candy says people usually use aliases when they have bad credit. Option. Mayetta and Drew get there. I'm annoyed that Mayetta is constantly in all the scenes in Mike, but y'all aren't giving her a confessional. I don't know what it is about the reality shows these days, but y'all are annoying the fuck out of us with bringing people on the show and then not allowing them to really be a part of the show. Like, it's weird. Please stop. Either have them there or don't. But don't keep having Mayetta there, labeling her, miking her, and then we don't have a confessional. I need a confessional. Okay? Anyway, Drew is wearing the same MCM pajamas that Sheree is wearing. So Sheree had to take her top off so she can let y'all know these hoes ain't like her. And then here come Marlo. Kenya says Sasquatch in the lace front just walked in. Yeah, I love Drunk Kenya. They go downstairs to paint, but there are some live models there, you know, some live naked people to paint. And I'm like, okay, great. And I thought it was so funny that everybody, and not everybody, but Marlo still blames Candy. Somehow this is Candy's freak shit, right? Because all of the other women aren't sexual and don't like dick, right? Or don't like seeing naked people, right? Right? It's just Candy that's the freak, right? Everybody else is not on this same wave. It's all Candy. Remember, that's what everybody was saying. Y'all was all going in on Candy's ass when Candy brought the vibrators, okay? Next episode, we painting ass and titties and shit, and we're still trying to make it Candy's fault. And I don't see Kenya complaining about the man walking around with his dick all over the place. She just started drinking and enjoying herself. I mean, I get it. No other husbands with that, Kenya. I get it. But, you know, still, it's just like, this is not that different. This is not that different than what Candy does. And y'all act like Candy is weird or something because she likes sex. And everybody else on the show seems to like it as well. Here y'all go. You know what I'm saying? Partaking and acting like ain't nothing wrong with it unless it's Candy. Okay? I don't think Mayetta was supposed to just be a friend, though. I think Mayetta was supposed to be on the show. They mic'd her. That's why I said that. Like, I feel like if they micing you and shit, they could give you a little confessional, child. Okay? Especially because Fatum, like, Mayetta is there almost every time they have a group meeting. Mayetta is there. Fatum has only been there twice. But anyway, moving along. Here comes Lisa Wu. Okay? Looking real plumped, okay? Then the models come in, they get naked. Drew and Sonya talk about the conversation that Sonya had with Ralph, and how she made that joke that, you know, I don't know how busy y'all are. Well, Ralph perceived it as shade because it was shade, and he told Drew, and now Drew is being petty, bringing that back up to Sonya as if somebody gives a fuck. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Sonya, you meant it as shade, but that was messy for him to take that back. And for, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't have to be brought up. It just didn't. It wasn't that big of a deal. But anyway, Sonya tries to act like that's not the way she said it, as if he was assuming how busy I am. Sonya, please fucking stop. That man was not assuming how busy you were. He said we're busy. Probably about just as busy as you guys are. Okay, understanding that you guys are busy too, so are we, but we also feel like that's a lie that Ralph was telling, so we wasn't mad when Sonya was like, child, I don't know, y'all act like y'all busy, but I don't know. But at the, you know, but hold true to it. Yeah, I said that. I feel like y'all act like y'all got more going on than y'all do. And stand on it. Stand on it. Stand on it, okay? Don't try to act like something else was happening that wasn't. He wasn't questioning whether you know what I'm saying? He wasn't questioning what you were doing. You were questioning what they were doing. Don't try to flip it, Sonya. Okay, either way, that wasn't helpful. Then Sonya accidentally says Drew when she meant Ralph. And she was like, I'm sorry, I'm confused because both of y'all have, you know, male names. And Drew was like, now you're trying to come for my name. I'm like, Drew, shut the fuck up. Okay? Y'all, listen, here's what it is. Drew's husband argues with her in this very petty way where he tries to take out every little thing that she says to try to make an argument about that instead of looking at the entirety of the statement or the intent or any of that. He doesn't care about any of that. He's something, pull it out, and then stab her to death with it in an argument, okay, verbally. And I feel like that's what she's doing with Sonya. So basically, because you are picked apart in your marriage, you are now arguing with other people in that same manner, picking everything they say apart so you can find the issue, and then acting like you're not upset by it. If you're not upset and you're just using your words, then why the fuck are we talking about something that doesn't really matter? We already said we didn't like each other like that. Which is why Sonya should have never went over to Ralph and asked his opinion on anything, which to me shows that Sonya might want to fuck Ralph and was trying to see if he might have been open to it. Okay. I'm just saying, Sonya, you're going to act like, that's not what it was. But Sonya, oh, let me talk to you, Ralph, and put my hand on your shoulder. My husband isn't here. So let me bring you to the side and talk to you. Like it almost seemed like something passive aggressive to do because your husband wasn't there. Let me flirt a little bit. Let me see what the energy is like with him. You know what I'm saying? Especially after Ralph was the one setting her vibrating panties off when they were having that little situation. So I'm just saying, y'all, like, and then the touching and all of that, like, I pay attention to those types of things. Those are small cues. But it felt like, I don't think Sonya wants Ralph. I'm not saying she wants him. I'm saying that it felt like a way to flirt with somebody, to get back at my husband because he's not here once again, and to get back at your wife, who I don't particularly like. Okay. I'm not saying she really wants him. I'm saying that women do petty shit like that when they want to disturb some shit. Why else would she have pulled Ralph to the side to ask him his opinion on what she should be doing with her uterus? Make it make sense. I think she was trying to see what was up. I'm going to just tell you, based on some of that shit that had happened. What about Sonya smacking Sheree booty? Oh, Sonya smacked Sheree booty. I already told y'all that she touched Kenya's. I told y'all that I feel like, and also the way she does her TikToks, a lot of her TikToks are about sex. So I'm honestly feeling like, Sonya, what's going on, my girl? What's going on? Sonya wanted a moment for the cameras. That too. I feel like you can kill a bird with 3 stones. Okay. I think this was her trying to throw an olive branch with Drew. When did you think she was trying to throw an olive branch with Drew? When she was over there talking to her husband and putting her hand on his shoulder and asking what she should do with her uterus? Okay. That didn't seem about Drew to me. She definitely gives me repressed lesbian tease. She never said she wasn't bisexual. She never said she was either. Either way, Candy, invite me to one of the parties. I'm going to say it again. Candy, invite me to the party, please. I'll sign the NDA, girl. I ain't going to tell nobody. I'm going to just say I had fun. Okay, listen, Candy, invite me to the parties. Anyway, so Drew was being annoying. Sonya walks away. They go downstairs to eat. Marlo goes to use the bathroom and runs into Candy, and we can hear them, but we can't see them at first. And then they go and talk in a massage room, because y'all know that Sheree's beautiful home has everything in it, including a massage room. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I want Sheree house on a beach when I grow up. I don't even need it to be that big. I don't want a house that big, but I do feel like I should have a massage room in my house because of how much I get massages. And at some point, I'm not going to want to leave, and I'm just going to have somebody I call to come to my house. So I'm going to need a massage room for that. And I'm going to need a theater. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need that too. I don't need a theater. I'll just have I'm gonna need a theater because sometimes you need to be blacked out. You know what I'm saying? And you have your living room when you want the light to come through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay, like maybe mini mansion on the beach. Okay, not that big. I don't need nothing that big. Okay, y'all know I'm putting this into the universe. Mini mansion. I'm on the beach. Okay, so Sheree's house is, oh my God. Oh my God, girl, in Jamaica. Honestly, I want my beach house to be in California, but I will take one in Jamaica because I do love it out there. Okay, it does feel like the second home. We feel like we're not sure, but there's an ancestor of mine that's either from Jamaica or from Haiti. We don't know which one. Okay. Child, either way, I feel like them is us and, we is them, child. New Orleans people, like whatever the island, y'all island people, same thing. Same thing, different language. Okay. Anyway, so yes, Marlo and Candy. Candy boys. Because Marlo says she's stressed, she's been drinking more, and basically saying, I know I've been being an asshole, Candy, and I've probably been being an asshole because I'm so stressed out behind the boys and what's going on with my sister, And so she tells her, I kicked the boys out. I told them to get the fuck out, Candy. I did. And I'm like, I watched Candy's speak on it. Candy says she feel like they filmed it out of order. So that first conversation that Marlo had with Sheree and Sonya, that conversation was taped after this scene. Okay, that's what she was saying, I believe, because she says that Marlo was still upset and her feelings were still really raw at that time, which is why when she talked to Candy, she didn't clean it up. And she said, I told them to get the fuck out. I feel like she told them kids to get the fuck out. I don't think she sat down and told them, oh, you're going to just go and stay by Auntie's house, by Crystal house for a month. And then I'm going to come back and get y'all. I don't know if that's what it was. I really feel like she probably was like, get the fuck out. Because I feel like Marlo, once she gets upset, probably doesn't have the control of her emotions in that way to not talk to those kids any kind of way. Because we see how she acts with the women when she gets in her feelings. Okay. Candy says that will be traumatic for them that you kick them out. Candy says that she was surprised that she was being nice to her when she first got there. And Marlo was like, yeah, I didn't know if you were going to receive it, but I just don't have the energy. So they basically kiss and make up. And I feel like Candy was being really nice to her when they were talking about the situation, because Candy wanted to say more, but didn't. I think Candy really wanted to be like, girl, that is fucked up. And y'all know Candy has raised her own nephews as her own. So she especially knows what this is like, and was like, she understands as a parent. I mean, Marlo not being a parent, you could need a break. But when you take on the responsibility of being a parent, then you need to learn how to handle yourself better than that. Okay. And you don't just kick them boys out like that and make them feel like disposable clothes that you can just pass down to people when you don't want to have them anymore. Remember how you were making a big deal, Marlo, about Candy giving the kids pass down clothes or secondhand clothes because you didn't want them to feel like that? So what you think your nephews felt like when you sent them to Crystal's with her 4 toddler boys in the house with her? What did that feel like? I'm sure it didn't feel good. Stay hungry. Thank you for the super chat, love. I just wanted to tell you I'm your #1 fan. Thank you, love. I started out at 600 pounds this year in January. Now in July, I'm proud to say 598. Thanks, love. You better get it. Okay. Stay on the path, my girl. Stay on the path. Okay. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. Sonya is touchy-feely every episode. Her love language must be physical touch, which makes sense about her marriage baby issue. Why you say that? Candy was wrong about that because they couldn't have filmed that scene later when they were recapping Drop It with Drew. Marlo said, keep Kenya away from me because we gonna tear the house up. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Got you. And I was wondering about that too. I think Candy feels stupid of how nice she being to Marlo. I think so too. But I hate that because I feel like it makes somebody like Candy feel like they shouldn't be a good person. And you really should not be a good person just because people like Marlo will take advantage. Just stop being like that to people like them. Learn from it. Thank you, Brandy, for the super chat. Bondi, what movie is this? It's a massager from Brookstone. I know you all. That's Brown Sugar. Yeah. I'm going to give Marlo grace. I think she didn't know what to do in the situation, but she is not above being called out. I'm not going to give her any grace. You can. I'm not. Because I feel like it's all a game. I think all of it. The crying on, with the sister on the phone, all of that shit. All of it is game. All of it is for the show. All of it is to have the peach. And then I think she thinks by her having that, she's going to make her nephews' lives better. But essentially, she's using them and abusing them in the process. Throwing them out was fucked up. You have a nice size house. You couldn't just go to the spa or something and calm your fucking nerves down. Instead of sending them over to Crystal's house, who seemed like she can't handle having 2 more added to her 4. Girl, what? anyway, so they go back to the table and they're about to play this game where you queen after somebody says something nice. So Drew says that she's glad that she's, getting along with most of the ladies here. And it's like, no, queen, that's not a cute one. Like, that's not a cute one at all. Lisa says that, they go through a lot and look out for each other, so that's a good thing. Yes, queen. Kenya says, whatever you desire, I hope you all get it because you are all queens. And then they all say, yes, queen. Marlo says, yes, queen, and rolls her eyes because Marlo is hating on Kenya from the cheap seats. It's sad. Drew goes again and says that she still, she says the same thing. She gets along with mostly everyone and, she's interested in rebuilding and moving forward. And they're like, no, Drew, you just said the same thing. A very drunk Kenya says, start over. I love Kenya this episode, y'all. Thank you, Brandy, for the super chat. Yes, girl, I love you. I love you back. Thank you. Drew then says that Marlo says she loves everyone. So my question to Marlo is, do you really love everyone? Nice deflection, Drew. And she says, I love everyone the God way. Okay, child, you can't love everybody the God way because you're not God. Okay. And then she asked if Marlo asked if Drew loves Saya since they argue 24/7. She was like, 24/7? And it's like, well, every time y'all have an interaction, y'all argue, bitch. That's what we're saying. Lisa says you have to release the anger. Okay. And you can't be waiting on an apology. Lisa is down at the end of the table trying to be, the old lady sitting under a tree. Like that's what she's trying to be. Sonya says, hold up, because I ain't gonna lie. Lisa was running her mouth like Lisa was trying to get a peach or something. Like, Lisa, calm down, sit back. But I think that Sheree had them girls flooded on them drinks because everybody was getting fucked up. But Sonya and Lisa kind of have they little going back and forth. And Sonya says, hold up. And Lisa was like, no, you're going to let me finish what the fuck I'm saying. Okay. And I was just like, oh God, Lisa's punking people at the table. Lisa's punking hoes at the table. I couldn't believe it. Okay. I couldn't believe it, girl. So, I could, but she was doing a lot. I was just like, pull it back. Yeah, she need to pull back on them fillers too. Pull it back. So, we go back to Drew. She wants an apology from Fatum, Sheree's friend. Kenya puts it out there that she did a background check on Drew. I said, Kenya, why you always do this? Kenya was like, yeah, because she said earlier that she did a background check. Child, Kenya always want to be the one to spray that shit. Okay, look, yeah, I want you to know. Okay. Drew says Danielle, when they bring up the aliases, she was like, Danielle is not an alias. That's my assistant. And then Kenya falls out saying how drunk Fatum is right now. Like, look, she drunk. I'm drunk. We drunk. Pass out. Okay. It was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious, y'all. Sheree's friend Fatum and Candy go get the coochie incense to get rid of Tyrone's old energy all up and through Sheree's cooch. Now, mind you, on Real Housewives of Dubai, which I reviewed at the beginning of this live, they did the same thing. Nina did the same thing to Sarah, I believe, or Sarah to Nina. I can't remember which one, with the incense. Okay. I think it was Sarah to Nina when she went to see her parents and stuff. That's what they do with the incense. Okay. Fatum is Indian, it seems. So she had her incense as well. This is not an evil thing. This is not a black magic thing. I swear I hate when black people say that. You don't even realize how crazy you sound when you say shit like that. And bravo, I see the way y'all edited the scene together. Y'all edited it together to seem like some witches, meeting, which y'all know I don't have a problem with. Okay, I tell y'all all the time, I am a witchy bitch, and I see nothing wrong with women coming together to drink and laugh and enjoy each other's company and dispel old negative energy from old negative niggas. I don't see anything wrong with that. So you can edit it together however you want it to seem. But girl, we use incense all over the place. I got incense in here right now. The incense down to the church. I grew up in Catholic church. In Catholic church, you always use incense. Like, I mean, even in the Bible, like if you read certain portions of the Bible, like people were always burning incense and using it for certain healing properties, like duh. And another thing, are the girls in Atlanta not getting badge steams? Because I feel like that's new and popping for you to get the herbs in the steam and then up through the cooch. It's damn near the same thing, girl. It's damn near the same thing, except for the steam and the herbs actually has physical properties that are supposed to affect the womb versus the incense that's supposed to be more of a emotional, mental, spiritual thing, because scents affect our mental and emotional. Duh. Every time I smell frankincense, I think about church. Frankincense and myrrh. Okay? Girl, y'all know I love y'all. A bitch love her some Palo Santo. Okay, y'all know that. All right. The scents, you need the scents. They create the vibe. Okay, they help with the energy. They uplift the energy. Like, I don't know what is wrong. What is wrong, Drew? Okay. So Drew said, because Kenya was dancing and they got the incense and all of that, and Drew says it's black magic. She don't want no parts of that. I'm like, yeah, but your prophet calling you to tell you, girl, shut the fuck. Just real low vibrational, real ignorant, real vacant. Like, do some work on yourself, Drew, because it's a lot of issues over there, girl. And I'm just not even gonna get into it with you. But your church girl bullshit is a part of it. Kenya mentions her wig and how, she's glad that she can finally wear a wig without feeling away. And Marlo says, or it was something like that, mentioning her wig. And then Marlo was like, I'm so glad that you can finally have the self-esteem to admit you're wearing a wig and let your self-esteem come up. And Kenya is like, girl, why are you always trying to have a moment with me? I'm not trying to have a moment. I'm just saying, I'm proud, I'm happy for you. Girl, shut the fuck up. No, you're not. You were sitting there with that stank ass look on your face with that fucked up energy the entire time because you were waiting for a moment. You were waiting for the moment. And Kenya was like, girl, I am the moment. And then Marlo says, not to your baby daddy. And then Kenya looks into the camera and says, I'm always the moment. It's just like, yes, Kenya. Yes. Okay. Ignore her with her thirsty, negative ass. Okay. Like, real thirsty for somebody else's energy. You can tell she feeds off of upsetting other people. You feel like shit on the inside. So you think if you make somebody else who you don't like, who you're jealous of, feel like shit, that's going to make you feel better. But right now, she got that gin in her system. Okay. And you ain't about to get to her. You ain't about to get to her. And I love that for Kenya. I love that for Kenya. Because I feel like this is what I don't like that y'all do. Y'all act like the Kenya before and the Kenya now is the same. It's not. It's not. We like Kenya now because Kenya is being better now. Kenya isn't acting all bitter and weird. Okay. She isn't being the negative Nancy in the room like she has been in previous seasons. Kenya has changed. Okay. Kenya probably is showing more of her real self on the show now that she doesn't feel the need to be the villain to solidify her, her placement on the show. A lot of things, getting rid of that nigga that was making her miserable, being at a different point in her life, finally having her baby, having Brooklyn. Like, she just seems all around like she's in a better place in her life. Okay. So for me, I feel like, I know that's what I'm saying. A lot of y'all have always loved Kenya and y'all are talking to a lot of us like now we're seeing it. No. She was an asshole before. She's not now. Okay. And she still has her moments, but some of them we're here for. Okay. Right. First season, I like Kenya. Listen, before the Apollo shit, I was liking Kenya. And then that Apollo shit happened and I was just like, ooh, Kenya, this is not good. And then she just kind of got used to being a villain and was playing a villain for a long time. So yes, she's tired of playing the villain. And I understand that. And I'm here for it. But I'm tired of y'all acting like, oh, she was always this great. And y'all just not figuring it out. No, the fuck we not. Okay. Anyway. So Kenya was just laughing at her off and wasn't really paying her no mind. And then Marlo was like, she's been positive and she loves all of them, lying on bullshit. She's taking them on a road trip. And Kenya was like, a road trip. Katie, we're going on a road trip. It's a road trip. Like, she playing the fuck out of Marlo in this moment. And Marlo got mad and was like, cheers. And then comes forward. Like, Marlo is always physically trying to impress herself on Kenya because she think Kenya gonna punk out. That's what she be doing. And Kenya clanked that glass and the shit got all over the place. And Candy was like, I do not like this. Okay, put a stop to it. Put a stop to it. Okay, listen. And that's what happened. That's what happened, girl. That was all of Black Ass Bravo for you. Okay, a road trip. How exciting. A road trip. Marlo here to be the villain, so Kenya can take a step back from that. Always loved her though. I honestly feel like Marlo doesn't even have to go this hard. Like I feel like Marlo doesn't have to go this hard. She doesn't. She's going way too hard to me, and I feel like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. What you're doing is not worth it because you don't have to do all of this. Y'all can have issues and arguments without you being this fucked up, Marlo. You're being really fucked up. Oh no, see, I didn't like her before we got to Kim Fields. Because Kim Fields was like one of the things, because I review reality shows, I can always come to a show with like, fresh eyes. I can always come back to a show with fresh eyes and be like, okay, we're a new season, we're starting anew. And then I give people the opportunity to reintroduce themselves to me. Every season, Kenya was doing something that put her in the villain placement for me. You know what I'm saying? Like every season. And then, now we're in a different, like, I feel like I was liking her a little bit more with Brooklyn, but Mark made Kenya miserable. So we saw that side. And honestly, I feel like if I were Kenya and I'm going through something in real life, you goddamn right, I'm going to show up to work and put that shit out on all you hoes. Like, because that's what I'm being paid to do. And I think Kenya also took her role on reality TV in the mindset of an actress, which it's cool, but it's not the same. And people eventually start to view you in the way that you're projecting on the show, even if it's not really who you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's giving Kenya is a villain on the show, but not in real life. Marlo's a villain in real life. So now we got a real villain, somebody that has no couth, that has no boundaries, that has no low that they won't go lower than. You know what I'm saying? So because she's that type of person, we're going to get, this negativity from her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's who she is. She thinks she can punk Kenya because of the Portia situation when we've never actually seen Kenya fight. No, we haven't. And I don't think Kenya can fight like that. But I also feel like Kenya, a grown ass woman, it don't matter how good I can fight. You ain't about to fucking play with me like that. I don't like fighting. I don't like how negative the energy feels. I don't like it. I've never liked it. But you're not going to play with me like that neither. You're not going to play with me like that either. I don't want to fight anybody. I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't want to get into a physical altercation fighting on the ground with some big bitch. No, I don't want to. But you also not going to fucking play with me like that. So think you're going to get in my face and you're going to get all this action right back. I don't give a fuck how big you are. I'm little. So I've always had to have that energy about myself. Big bitches will always try to test you. And I will always be the one that's not scared to get beat up because we ain't about to do that. You ain't about to punk me. Now I'm to a place where I just hit your ass over the head with something. Before I used to be like, nah, let's just throw water in her face and go at her and see what happens. Now I'm like, you want to fight that bad? Catch a bottle upside the fucking head then. And I know they don't break. I know in real life bottles don't break. Actually, I'm tasing you now. Now I'm tasing. That's what I'm doing now. So, play if you want to. Zip, zip. I gotta give my mom one. Thank you, Jamila, for the super chat. It was funny to see I fight with my words. Kenya about to bust Marlo in the face. Yes, it was. Okay. And I was not upset with her because I feel like Marlo keeps doing that walking up shit. Stop doing that. Okay. Listen, true tea. I'm not fighting no more. I keep my purse close. Listen, you better talk about it, girl. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go because I got, me too, Bonnie. I'm saying left and right. Okay. Okay. Anybody can get it. I love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and go. And if y'all saw, I set the recording for P Valley for tonight at 6:00. So you're probably going to get a little tipsy Bonnie again because it feels like I'm going to need another drink. Okay, y'all. I'm still carrying a little heavy energy on me. And I feel like by the time I finish this workout, I'm going to want another glass. So yeah. Come see me tonight for P Valley with a little liquor. All right. See y'all in the next one.